This
Engineering
conference will
mechanics.
now be recorded.
This is good morning, students. In the today's class, I am going to discuss with you the very important concept in engineering mechanics. Not only in engineering mechanics, in our entire civil engineering branch, this resultant force is an important concept. So please, everyone, understand this concept of engineering mechanics. Now, to explain this engineering mechanics in the more understandable manner, I am going to give you the another example. Please, everyone, look this another example to understand the resultant force in engineering mechanics. Please give me the response. Is the slide changing on the cell phones? Please give me the response.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma, thank you. Now everyone look at that picture. Okay, ma, thank you. Please mute the mics. Please everyone look at that picture on your cell phones. In that diagram, in that picture, look at this ship. This is a cargo ship, very big cargo ship to transport iron ore and also some other important materials, to transport cars, to transport important goods from one country to another country. We use these ships. This is a cargo ship. One cargo ship is equivalent to 50,000 goods trains. That is the capacity of this cargo ship. So 50,000 goods trains capacity, load capacity, can be loaded in this cargo ship. Very big ship, very big ship. This is the cargo ship used for transportation of important material through seas, through seaway. Then I will show you another ship. Please look at that another ship. This is the cruise ship. Rich people during the holidays, rich people use it to travel in this cruise ship, luxury ship. It can accommodate 2,000 to 3,000 passengers in this ship. It has swimming pools, everything. It is almost equivalent to 3 5-star hotel size. 5-star hotel, 3 5-star hotel size. That is this luxury cruise ship. Then check this. This is another important ship, Navy. This is the Navy ship. We call this as aircraft. This ship can accommodate 3,000 soldiers. This ship can accommodate 150 to 200 aircrafts. And it also accommodates the missiles, other important weapons. This is also a big ship. That is the warship. Then check this bottom of the ship. Either the cargo ship, cruise ship, or the aircraft ship. This is the bottom of the ship. We call them as propellers. These two are called the propellers in the ship. When the ship engine is operating, these propellers rotates. These propellers are connected to ship engine by shafts. And when the ship engine starts, these propellers rotates. Due to the rotation of these propellers, the ship is moving in the sea. This is the bottom arrangement of the ship. Check this size of the propellers by comparing these persons. Very big size propellers. Now, just now I showed you three important ships: the military navy aircraft ship, the passengers cruise ship, and the cargo ship. Now, sometimes these ships are coming to the harbor. This is the harbor. Sometimes these ships are coming to the harbor either for loading or unloading purpose. We bring these ships, either the cargo ship or the passenger cruise ship or the navy aircraft ship. Sometimes we bring the ships to the harbor. Now, when the ship is bringing to the harbor, the ship engine is stopped. the ship engine is stopped when the ship is bringing to the harbor, because the seawater at harbor is having lot of pollution, lot of plastic waste, lot of sand is there in the seawater at harbor. When the ship engine is working, the propellers are rotating. When the propellers are rotating, that waste on seawater damages the propellers. So at harbor, please listen everyone, at harbor, the seawater has a lot of pollution, lot of plastic waste, lot of sand is there on the seawater near the harbor. If the ship is inside the sea here, there is no pollution. There is no pollution in the sea. But when the ship is bringing to the harbor, since that harbor water is having lot of pollution, the engine of the ship is switched off. So the propellers are also not rotating. So the ship is rest. The ship is rest because the engine is stopped. To prevent the damage to the propellers, we stop the ship engine. Now, when the ship engine is stopped, the ship is in rest condition. Please listen everyone, this important one. So when the ship engine is stopped, the ship is rest condition. Now, to bring that ship, rest ship to the harbor, we use these small boats. These are called tugboats. We use these small boats to bring the ship to the harbor. These small boats are called tugboats. Check this diagram, everyone. On this ship, to bring this ship, it is in the rest condition because the engine is switched off. The engine of the ship is stopped. Now to bring this ship onto this harbor, we applied 6 tugboats on the ship. These tugboats, these small boats are called tugboats. These tugboats apply force on the ship. Every tugboat apply the force on the ship. Because of that forces from these ships, from these tugboats. Due to these tugboat forces, the ship is moving from this location to the harbor. It is in the rest condition because the engine is stopped. Since this ship is in rest condition, to bring the ship to the harbor, we apply the forces on the ship by using these tugboats. Each tugboat apply the force on the ship. Check this ship here in the diagram. We have totally 6 tugboats. So in this diagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tugboats are there. They apply the force on the ship. So how many forces are acting on the ship? 6 forces. 6 forces are acting on the ship. More than one force is called force system. So here, this ship is subjected to force system due to these tugboats. Because of that force system, the ship is moving from the sea to the harbor. So every tugboat apply the force on the ship. Dear students, please listen this carefully. Take the ship as a rigid body. Consider this ship as a rigid body. Every tugboat applying the force on the ship. We have totally 6 tugboats. So this rigid body is subjected to 6 forces from these tugboats. So the force system is acting on this rigid body, number of forces. Now coming to this another example. Here also, when this cruise ship is bringing to the harbor, the engine is stopped. To prevent the damage to the propeller, the engine is stopped. Then this ship is brought to the harbor by using these small boats called tugboats. How many are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tugboats are pulling the ship to the harbor. Take the ship as a rigid body. Take this ship as a rigid body. Then due to these tugboats, the rigid body is subjected to 4 forces. Every tugboat, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 tugboats applying the force on this ship, rigid body. So here, the rigid body is subjected to 4 forces Because of those 4 forces, the ship is coming to the harbor. So here also the ship subjected to force system due to these tugboats. Check this diagram. Here also this ship, the engine is stopped. To bring this ship to the harbor, we apply these small boats. These small boats are called tugboats. These tugboats apply the forces on the ship. Because of those forces, the ship is coming to the harbor. So in the 3 examples, either in the cargo ship or in the passenger cruise ship or in this navy ship, to bring the ship to the harbor, we are using these tugboats. The tugboats applies the force on the ship. So in the 3 diagrams, the ship is subjected to force system. Number of forces are acting on the ship due to tugboats. So in the 3 diagrams, the ship is subjected to force system. Because of that force system, the ship is coming to the harbor. Now check this another diagram. Check this diagram. In this diagram, we have the ship. Is it clear in the cell phone screens? Can you see this diagram in the cell phone screens? Please give me the response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes,
Please
sir.
look at this diagram in the cell phones. Again, we have that cruise passenger ship. The engine is stopped. We are bringing that ship to the harbor, but using only one tugboat, not the number of tugboats. By using only one tugboat, in the previous diagram, number of tugboats. But here, with only one tugboat, we are bringing the ship to the harbor. Since we are using only one tugboat, in this diagram, the ship subjected to only one force. Whereas in the previous diagrams, in all the previous diagrams, number of forces are acting on the ship. Either in this diagram or in this picture, number of forces in this picture or in this picture. The ship subjected to number of forces, that is a force system. Because of that force system, the ship is coming to the harbor. So in this diagram, number of forces, force system acting on the ship. Because of that force system, the ship is coming to the harbor. Even in this diagram also, the number of forces due to tugboats, we have 4 tugboats. They apply the force on the ship. 4 forces are acting on the ship. So the ship subjected to force system. Due to that force system, the ship is coming to the harbor. Even in this also, number of tugboats applying the force on the ship. So number of forces are acting on the ship. Because of the number of forces, the ship is coming to the harbor. Whereas in this diagram, only one tugboat is acting on the ship. Not number of tugboats, please. Only one tugboat is acting on the ship. This tugboat applies only one force on the ship. Because of that one force, the ship is coming to the harbor. So compare this diagram with the previous diagrams. In the previous diagrams, number of forces acting on the ship. So in the previous diagrams, the ship is subjected to force system. Because of that force system, the ship is coming to the harbor. Whereas in this diagram, only one force, only one tugboat is applying the force on the ship, and it is bringing the ship to the harbor. Just in the beginning, I explained this by using that Bahubali 1. So here, this is Prabhas. This is Ballala Deva statue. This is Prabhas. He is applying the force to pull that statue. Whereas in that earlier, number of persons are pulling that statue. Same here also. So in this explanation, if you catch, in the previous diagrams, number of forces acting on the ship, they are bringing that ship to the harbor. Now only one force, due to this one tugboat, only one force acting on the ship, bringing the ship to the harbor. So in this diagram, we replaced number of tugboats with one tugboat. The same ship in the second diagram is pulled by 4 tugboats, whereas here only one tugboat is pulling that ship. So number of tugboats are replaced with one tugboat. Number of tugboats means number of forces. Number of forces means force system. So the number of forces can be replaced with one force. The effect is same. When number of tugboats are there, the ship is coming to the harbor. With only one tugboat, the ship is coming to the harbor. The effect is same. But the condition is the number of tugboats are replaced with one tugboat. The number of forces are replaced with one force. That one force replacing the number of forces is called the resultant force. That is the condition of the concept of resultant force. So in engineering mechanics, we can replace the number of forces with one force. That one force replacing the number of forces is known as the resultant force. Please look at this example. If we have any doubts about this ship example or the Bahubali example, you please discuss with me. Dear students, if you have any doubts regarding this ship example or the Bahubali example, you please discuss with me. Any doubts, students? So follow this explanation carefully. Follow this. Thank you. Follow this explanation, especially this ship example. Earlier, number of tugboats bringing the ship to the harbor by applying number of forces. That is called force system. But in this diagram, only one tugboat pulling the ship to the harbor. Only one force acting on the ship. So we replace the number of forces with one force, that is known as the resultant force. With this explanation, I am going to discuss with you the concept of resultant force. Now check this diagram, please. The first diagram, we have the rigid body. No forces acting on the rigid body. Check this first diagram. No forces acting on the rigid body. We know that from Newton's first law, without force, there is no change in the condition of body. Can you hear my voice clearly? Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Okay. Please, everyone, thank you. Please, everyone, go through this diagram on the cell phones. Here, only the body is there without forces. According to Newton's first law, if no forces acting on the body, there is no change in the condition of body. So here, the body remains in the same condition. If the body is in rest condition, the body continues to be in the same rest condition. If the body is in uniform motion, the body continues to be in the same uniform motion because no external force acting on the body. So in this diagram, no effect on the body. No effect because no external force acting on the body. There is no effect in the body. So the condition of body unchanged. But check this diagram. Next diagram. On the body, we apply the number of forces. We call this as force system, number of forces. When the body is subjected to number of forces, these number of forces produces the effect in the body. Due to that effect, there is a change in the condition of body, either the rest condition or the uniform motion, because of these number of forces. Due to this number of forces, there is a change in the condition of body because these forces produces the effect in the body. So check these forces, please. This is a force system. Because of this force system, there is a change in the condition of body, either the rest condition or the uniform motion. There is a change in the condition of body because of this force system, because this force system develops the effect in the body. Without this force system, this is the first diagram. There is no forces acting on the body. There is no effect in the body. So the body remains in the same condition, either the rest condition or the uniform motion. But in the next diagram, due to this action of force system, number of forces, there is a change in the condition of body, either the rest condition or the uniform motion, because these forces, the force system produces the effect in the body. Because of that effect, there is a change in the condition of body. In engineering mechanics, please listen everyone, in engineering mechanics, we can replace these number of forces with only one force. The number of forces acting on the body can be replaced with only one force. Check this diagram, please. In that first diagram, the body is subjected to the number of forces, that is force system. Just now I explained. Because of this force system, there is a change in the condition of body, either the rest condition or the uniform motion, because these forces produces the effect in the body. Because of that effect, there is a change in the condition of body. This is the force system acting on the rigid body, number of forces. So because of this force system, there is a effect in the body. Due to that effect, there is a change in the condition of body. In engineering mechanics, we can replace these number of forces with only one force. Check this another diagram. Here in the second diagram, the body is subjected to only one force, Fr bar. This one force acting on the body has the same effect in the body as that of this force system. The one force acting on the body has the same effect on the body as that of this force system. So check these two diagrams, everyone. In the first diagram, the body is subjected to force system. The force system has some effect on the body. Because of that effect, there is a change in the condition of body, either the rest condition or the uniform motion. So check that first diagram, everyone please. Check that first diagram. Because of that force system, there is a change in the condition of body, because this force system produces some effect in the body. In engineering mechanics, we can replace this force system with only one force. This one force acting on the body has the same effect on the body as that of this force system. Now listen everyone, if the force system acting on the rigid body replaced with only one force, if that one force acting on the body has the same effect on the body as that of this force system, we can call this one force as the resultant force of this force system. We can call this one force as the resultant force of this force system. So check these two diagrams. In the first diagram, number of forces, force system. In the second diagram, only one force. This one force is having the same effect on the rigid body as that of the force system. Then we can call this one force as the resultant force of this force system. That is the definition of resultant force. In engineering mechanics, I will discuss that procedure later. In engineering mechanics, we can convert the force system acting on the body as one force. So please everyone go through this diagram, the force system and the resultant force. Understand that concept carefully. In the first diagram, the rigid body is subjected to force system. Number of forces. How many forces? F1, F2, F3, F4. 4 forces are acting on the rigid body. This is a force system. This force system has the effect on the rigid body. Because of that effect, there is a change in the condition of rigid body, either the rest condition or the uniform motion. But we can replace this force system acting on the rigid body with only one force. That is possible. I will tell you that procedure later. In engineering mechanics, we have that procedure to convert the number of forces acting on the body as only one force. This one force is also having the same effect on the rigid body as that of this force system. We call this one force as the resultant force of the force system acting on the rigid body. Last class I explained the force is a vector physical quantity. So in this diagram, first force is F1 bar, second force is F2 bar, third force is F3 bar, fourth force is F4 bar, and I represent the single force as Fr bar. We call this one force as the resultant force of these 4 forces acting on the rigid body. So check the definition of this resultant force. Resultant force is only one force, not the number of forces, whereas the force system is the number of forces. So if the number of forces acting on the rigid body if the number of forces acting on the rigid body is replaced with one force without changing the effect on the rigid body, that is very, very important. We call this one force as the resultant force. We call this one force as the resultant force. If this one force has Is my voice audible to you or any disturbance, please? Dear students, please give me the response.
No, sir.
Sir, voice cut అయితే వస్తుంది సార్. సార్
Tell me any disturbance?
సార్ వాయిస్ కట్ అవుతుంది సార్.
Now please everyone listen this carefully. In the first diagram, the rigid body is subjected to number of forces. F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar, F4 bar. These number of forces is called force system. We know that these number of forces acting on the rigid body is called force system. Because of this force system, there is a effect in the body. If no forces are acting on the body, that is this diagram, please. If no forces acting on the body, there is no effect in the body. So the body remains in the same condition, either the rest condition or the uniform motion. If no force acting on the body remains in the same condition. But if I apply the force in the body, So here we applied 4 forces on the body. When the forces are acting on the body, they produces the effect in the body. Because of that effect, due to these forces, there is a effect in the body. Because of that effect, there is a change in the condition of body, either the rest condition or motion. If the body is in rest condition, due to these forces, there is a change in the rest condition of body. If the body is in uniform motion, due to these forces, there is a change in the uniform motion of body. That is the effect. Now coming to this resultant force concept. So check these diagrams. So here in the first diagram, the rigid body is subjected to force system. Because of this force system, there is a effect in the body. Due to that effect, there is a change in the condition of body. Now we can convert these number of forces into one force. That is possible in engineering mechanics. The number of forces acting on the rigid body can be converted as only one force. Check the second diagram. In the second diagram, I have only one force acting on the body. The body is subjected to only one force. Now, you know that because of these 4 forces, force system, there is an effect in the body. Due to that effect, there is a change in the condition of body. Now, due to this one force also, because of this one force also, if the body is having the same effect as that of this force system, so due to this one force also, if the body has same effect as that of this force system, we call this one force as the resultant force of this force system. So resultant force means only one force. The resultant force is always one force, single force. But the resultant force is having the same effect on the rigid body as that of this force system. So due to this force system, what is that force system? F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar, F4 bar. Due to this force system, there is an effect in the rigid body. And because of this one force also, there is an effect in the rigid body. If there is no force, there is no effect. But we have one force acting on the body. Because of that one force also, the body is having the effect. So now, if the effect in the rigid body due to this one force is same as the effect in the rigid body due to these number of forces, we call this one force as the resultant force of these number of forces. So the resultant force means the resultant force is a single force. If the number of forces acting on the rigid body is replaced with one force without changing the effect on the rigid body, we call this one force as the resultant force of this number of forces. Resultant force is Fr bar, because force is a vector quantity, Fr bar. These number of forces are F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. Now look at the definition of the resultant force. Check that definition, everyone. The resultant force is represented as Fr bar. What is the definition of resultant force? Definition is if the number of forces, that is also called force system, if the number of forces acting on a rigid body is replaced by single force. Resultant force is always single force. If the number of forces or the force system acting on a rigid body is replaced by single force which produces the same effect on the rigid body as produced by the force system, then that single force is called the resultant force. So the resultant force is a single force. The resultant force is a single force. Here the resultant force is having the same effect on the rigid body as produced by the force system. Force system is number of forces. Resultant force is single force. So check this definition carefully. If the number of forces, it is also called force system. If the number of forces or the force system acting on a rigid body is replaced by single force. Is replaced by single force, but this single force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of the force system. Then we call that single force as resultant force. So in the today's class, I started this resultant force with Bahubali part 1 scene, Ballala Deva statue. So in that example, Prabhas is the resultant force. Those number of coolies are replaced with Prabhas. And in the ship example, the number of tugboats are replaced with one tugboat, that is resultant. Effect is the same. Number of forces and single force, resultant force. The effect is the same. No change in the effect. Only the difference is force system has number of forces. Resultant force has only one force. That is only the difference. Effect wise, the resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of this force system. Whatever the effect in the rigid body due to this force system, the resultant force also has the same effect on the rigid body. We call this single force as the resultant force of this force system. So please remember, effect wise, no change in the effect on the rigid body. Whatever the effect due to this force system, the rigid body has the same effect due to resultant force. The resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of the force system on the rigid body. That's why, for your understanding purpose, I written here total effect as E. For your understanding, if E is the total effect on the rigid body due to this force system, because of this resultant force also, the rigid body is having the same total effect as E. For your understanding only, I take that simple example. So due to this force system, that the rigid body is having the total effect as E. Due to the resultant force also, the force system has the same total effect as E. So effect wise, the resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of the effect on the rigid body due to force system. Only the difference is force system has a number of forces. Resultant force has only one force. This is the definition of resultant force in engineering mechanics. Dear students, if you have doubt regarding this definition of resultant force, please keep in mind, resultant force is one force. Force system is number of forces. We can convert the number of forces on the rigid body with one force without changing the effect. That is called resultant force. If you have any doubt about this definition of resultant force, you please discuss with me. Any doubt, students, about this definition of resultant force? Is it clear to you? Please give me the response.
Yes. Yes, sir. It's clear, sir. No doubt, sir.
Okay. How many forces are there in resultant force? How many
Only one
are
force,
there?
sir.
Which one?
Only one force, sir. Only
And
one
you-
force in resultant.
Okay. Resultant force means only
One force.
Resultant force means only one force, whereas force system means number of forces. So the resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of the force system. We call this FR bar. We call this FR bar as the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. So in this diagram, we call this force FR bar as the resultant force of these four forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. Please everyone follow this carefully. the resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of the force system. Because of this force system, number of forces, the rigid body has some effect. The resultant force is also produces the same effect on the rigid body as that of the force system. Fr bar is called the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. It is only one force, resultant force. Now coming to the discussion on the resultant force. Check this diagram please. In this diagram, originally the rigid body is subjected to forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. These four forces are called force system. The rigid body subjected to four forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. We call this as force system. Because of this force system, there is a effect in the rigid body. Some effect is there in the rigid body. We can convert these four forces with only one force. In engineering mechanics, we can convert the four forces with one force, that is called Fr bar. This one force also has the same effect on the rigid body. Whatever the effect in the rigid body due to these four forces, this single force also has the same effect in the rigid body. Then we can call this one force Fr bar as the resultant force of these four forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. I will tell you later how to convert these number of forces as one force. We have the procedure, I will tell you later. So observe this diagram. These four forces is replaced with one force. The four forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar, F4 bar is replaced with one force Fr bar. This Fr bar has the same effect on the rigid body as that of these four forces. Then we can call this Fr bar is the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. Once I found this Fr bar, I can remove these four forces from this rigid body. If I calculate this resultant force of these four forces, I apply only the resultant force on the rigid body and I can remove these four forces from the rigid body. There is no necessity because I replace these four forces with the resultant force. So in the ship diagram, I hope you remember in the ship diagram, in the ship diagrams, number of tugboats are replaced with one tugboat. In the first three diagrams, this ship. In the first three diagrams, the ship is subjected to number of tugboats. Number of tugboats are acting on the ship. In the last diagram, only one tugboat is acting on the ship. So if I found this resultant force Fr bar, I can remove these four forces from the rigid body because this resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of these four forces. Since this resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of these four forces, if I found this resultant force Fr bar, I apply only the resultant force on the rigid body and I remove all these four forces from the rigid body. There is no necessity because we calculate the resultant force, we apply the resultant force on the rigid body. The resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of the four forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. So once if we calculate this resultant force, apply the resultant force on the body, remove these remaining forces from the body. That is the concept of resultant force. So in this diagram, after finding this resultant force Fr bar, I apply the resultant force on the body and I remove all these four forces from the body. Now We call this Fr bar as the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. Check these important points carefully. Follow these important points. In the last diagram, we call the force Fr bar. We call the force Fr bar as the resultant force of the forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. So here the force Fr bar is called the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. Now these four forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar, F4 bar, these four forces are called the component forces. These four forces are called the component forces of the resultant force Fr bar. So check these 2 points carefully. We call this Fr bar is the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. Then the forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar are called the component forces of resultant force Fr bar. So in the last diagram, Fr bar is the resultant force. Is called the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar, and we call F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar as the component forces of the resultant force Fr bar. So here Fr bar is the resultant force. F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar, F4 bar are the component forces according to vector addition. As per the vector addition, the resultant force Fr bar is equal to F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar plus F4 bar. This is called vector addition, not the simple addition. So in this vector addition equation, Fr bar is from left to right. From left to right, Fr bar is the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. From right to left, F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar are the component forces of resultant force Fr bar. This is called the vector addition equation. We must consider the direction and also the magnitude in this equation. So in this equation from left to right, this equation is read as Fr bar is the resultant force of F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar. Then from right to left, this equation is read as F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar and F4 bar are the component forces of the resultant force Fr bar. So here we converted four forces. We converted four forces F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar, F4 bar as one force. In engineering mechanics, the determination of the resultant force of number of forces. So these number of forces are converted into one resultant force. In engineering mechanics, the process of converting the number of forces into one resultant force is called composition of forces. So composition of forces, it is an important term in engineering mechanics. What is meant by composition of forces? Composition of forces means the procedure of obtaining the resultant force of the number of component forces. The procedure of obtaining the resultant force of the number of component forces is called composition of forces. This is the concept of resultant force in engineering mechanics. Dear students, in the today's class, with that Bahubali example, we started this discussion of resultant force. Very, very important concept in engineering mechanics and also in civil engineering. That's why I am taking this much strain to explain this concept of resultant force. The resultant force is always only one force. The resultant force replaces number of forces acting on the rigid body. The resultant force has the same effect on the rigid body as that of the number of forces. So we discuss this resultant force with convenient examples. By using these ship examples and also the movie example, I explain. Check this example, please. Diagram. Only one force. Here the ship subjected to only one force, but the ship is coming to the harbor. In the previous diagram, in this diagram, the ship subjected to number of forces. The ship is coming to the harbor. The effect is the same. The effect is bringing the ship to the harbor. But here, the ship subjected to number of forces coming to the harbor. And here, the ship subjected to one force coming to the harbor. We call this one force is the resultant force. The effect is the same. No change in the effect. But the number of forces are converted into one force. That one force is called the resultant force. So with this, I am going to stop the today's class. If anybody is having doubt about this resultant force, please discuss with me.